Hello everyone, my name is Benedict. I'm talking to you from the north of Paris in France, where I live with my two children and my partner. What I imagine about this podcast is to talk about what I like about my knitting, what I've learned, where I've learned it on the web, what I like to watch on knitting podcast, and all about wool, really. So I maybe I can talk a bit about me. Um, my my mother taught me to knit when I was 20 years old. In my family, most of the women know how to knit, even though it's not something that my mother wouldn't do every day or every week and on a regular basis. She knows how to knit. When I was 20 something years old and I had no money and I was finishing uni and I didn't know what to do with the days where I was not working, looking for work, and I thought, okay, I'm going to need some presents for my friends and family. So she taught me how to knit, and I think I self-taught myself to crochet, watching video on the web. So for many years, I was using regular needle and I never went further from knitting very small garment because I didn't know how to make a sweater. I tried many times, but it failed. So I'm going to show you what I could find from all those years of crochet and knitting before before the revolution. So I think I did this beret when I was on maternity leave. Yes. And I was using a commercial wool from a French brand called Fildar. So I have a lot of bits of wool left. I keep all my wools, the name of the wool there, and I'm not good at knowing everything from the top of my head, so I'm just going to read it. So it's partner 3.5, and it's polyamide and acrylic wool in green, but it's cable knitting, so I mean it wasn't nothing. I'm still wearing it, so it has its place on the podcast. Um, same, same wool, but I did a caul. I didn't knit it in the round. I had to sew it. Um, another. I'm not going to wear it because my hair is good, so I'm not going to wear it. In pink and brown. As far as crochet is going, another. It's very shiny and very Bob Marley. It's my Bob Marley beret. But I wear it when I wear black. I can wear that. Okay, let's talk about knitting bags. So I crochet my knitting bags, and I'm going to show it. It's very ugly, but anyway, I think it's important not to show me, a nice and shiny and beautiful knitting uh, finished object, I think that if some beginner knitter watch me, maybe they will feel that okay, I can do better than that. Maybe I should try. So let's not be ashamed. So that was my first crochet bag where I put yarn and sometimes I buy bread and I put bread there. It's very practical and I put all my knitting there. So that was my first one. I learned from my mistakes. Okay, I show you the second one. Holding holding two color of acrylic yarn, and it helped me to just not waste all the acrylic yarn I had from for so many years. So and it's it's quite efficient. So I've got a lot of yarn there and some finished object. And the last one you're going to really love it, I think, because I do. Just so I think showing those three knitting crochet bags, you can see that it's all about practice. So and I use the three of them and I love them. So this one is a paid pattern from Filda magazine. I have got lots of Filda magazine from when I was 20 years old. I would just buy all the magazine where you have a garment. Oh no, where you have bags and scarf and beret. So I guess I should ask a friend to choose something. So no, so is wood with wood. So it's not the right verb. So I'm just going to keep talking and I hope that it will make sense. So I use all my crochet bags to put all my knitting and my wool in the house because I don't really have a knitting space where I knit. I knit all over the house. So I will carry my project in small bags or bigger bags when I need it. So okay, so you see, I from like 20 years, or yes, 20 years, I would just knit from time to time and crochet from time to time, but I never could knit a sweater. So what happened to me? Just before COVID and confinement, I I talked to one of my colleagues and she was wearing this amazing sweater. And I told her, wow, you made that. She said, yes. Do you know Ravelry? And I said, yeah, I had an account for in Ravelry for many years. I said, okay, there are many patterns there. And I told her, yes, but I can knit, but then I don't know how to assemble all the pieces. So I have a sweater at home and I've knitted everything, the arms and everything, the back and the front, but it's in pieces and it's been like that for 20 years. It's in my somewhere in my room. I don't even know where, and I can't do it. And she said, but you don't need to do that. You can just knit in circle. I didn't know. I didn't know you could knit in circular. I've never seen circular needle before, so I just it blew my mind, and I said, okay, I have to look for a book for that because I will tell you that my work is to I'm a data manager in a university. So whenever I want to learn something new, I have to find a book. And he told me, you don't need a book, just watch on the YouTube, just, knitting in circular. And that's how knitting came into my life through all the knitting podcasts. I've learned so much since I've been watching knitting podcasts. I learned crochet too. I mean, I knew how to do it, but just it made such a difference for me. So I thought, okay, now I'm not going to buy wool because maybe I will fail again. So I'm just going to unravel my sweater and try to knit it in the round. So I bought very cheap Knit Pro needle. I knitted the sweater, and then okay, I can just learn anything on YouTube. So I just crocheted things for my children, and you can see that. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm great and that everything is just, but you can just see the difference between what I've showed you, what I made like 10 years and 20 years ago, and what I made like last year or 2 years ago. I mean, you can say that it looked better. So I went through my stash and I thought, okay, just reclaim everything. What can you do with all the wool, all the attempts that you have been moving house and carrying it with me, all my bits and pieces. So what can I do with it? And I made this for my older daughter. She's got lots of curly hair, so she can just put all the curly hair here, and she loves it. Now she's a bit of a teenager and she doesn't like pink anymore, but I think she's still wearing it, but she's wearing it saying, Mom, I don't like pink. And I made this shawl for my youngest daughter, and she loves it. She sleeps with it. She uses it as a blanket for her dolls. She sleeps with her dolls. It's the doll's blanket, and it smells like her. It's very, very soft. And so that was the beginning of my knitting journey until now. So I unraveled the wool, my sweater by hand. Took me ages, but we were at home. I was very depressed with working from home, homeschooling, and so I had time. So I made this is my first sweater, and I'm very proud of it. You won't be surprised if it's not so red in real life. You will not be surprised if I tell you that it's no frill sweater from Petite Knit. I mean, it's true. If you want to knit a sweater for the first time, then I think that Petite Knit is the best way to start because her patterns are so well written. It's very easy to just follow her, and I'm so proud because 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago, And I have a sweater and I wear it. So it's Tilda again, acrylic in red. I think I knitted the large, large size. It's a bit oversized for me. But even if it was huge for me, even if it was very ugly, I would wear it because it was my first sweater and it just changed my knitting journey. So I wear it. Um, okay, so that was the past. Now let's talk about the present. Um, I'm wearing cardigan number 7 from my favorite thing. I think what's the name? I think I'm just going to look at the name and everything. I mean, I'm amazed by a podcaster who can just say everything from the top of the head, the name of the pattern, the wool, and everything. I mean, I can't do that. Yeah, my favorite things, cardigan number 7. So that was right. I made the XL size in drops air blue and in drops kid silk off-white. So that was my first cardigan. After my first sweater, I tried to knit a cardigan, and I learned to do button bend. It's not it's it's not very efficient because the button open again. So I think I can do better than that. Even though I followed Suzanne Anderson, is it Suzanne Anderson her name? I'll write it below the video. She's such a good teacher. So I follow her advice and put button behind to keep them very steady. But maybe it's the wool. It doesn't have enough structure. So I think my next attempt I will try something better, and I really love the pattern, and I really love the finished object. Just I think that it would need some short row at the back and something to make the button band a bit firmer. But otherwise, I love it. I wear it all the time. Did I say which needle size I use? I think I just follow the pattern. So did I write that? No, I didn't. No, I don't remember. I'll write it down. Okay, let's talk about what I'm working on. Okay, I have 3 work in progress, but today I will talk only about 2 work in progress because this is my first attempt at a podcast. I don't want it to be too long. I'll talk about the next work in progress next time. So I'll talk about an easy work in progress. I made leg warmers for my daughters. You know, it's what you put on your legs, on the top of leggings, not to be too cold. I used Katia wool Azteca. Um, it's it's a very, I mean, my children, they just love it. It's just, you know, it's changed color on itself. It's very sturdy, so I think it's perfect for them. And I think you can just put it in the washing machine. I made, I already made a pair for my youngest daughter, but because I'm very silly, I made the exact same pair for my older daughter, forgetting that she's taller. She's taller, of course. So it was too small for her. So I had to undo it and make it a bit longer. So for this one, it was quite easy because I was finishing it when I realized that it was too short for her. But I mean, I could have thought about that before because I already had one done. So I have to unravel it. And, I thought it would just take me 1 hour just to undo 10 or 12 rows, but it's taking me forever. It's taking me forever because I can't just pull. It's just, no, I have to undo it row by row, stitches by stitches, a stitch by stitch. Yeah. So, so no, it's not done. And my knitting right now is not bringing me joy because I'm not knitting. I'm doing knitting, unraveling, and it's not fun. But doesn't matter. I have time. It's very warm here in the north of Paris, so she doesn't need it right now. So I have plenty of time. It's just that I've bought so much yarn. Each time I feel very stressed out, I buy yarn. Um, this month of September and October, those 2 months, have been so stressful at work that I've bought so much yarn. And I have plans for all the yarn I have bought, but I'm a very slow knitter. There, there are slow knitter. I'm a very slow knitter. So I have plan and I want to use the yarn and I'm just stuck with unraveling. No, it's not fun. But I will do it anyway because I mean I have a few centimeters to knit and then she will wear it and she loves it. So it's easy. I just have to do it. Okay. Next work in progress. Been it's been in my mind and on my needles for months. And I'm going to go through this sweater and you'll understand why why I'm struggling to finish it. So once again, I'm just going to, read all the detail so that I'll be accurate. Um, okay, so this is, I'll show it to you. This is the Albion sweater from Michelle Wang. Um, I I knitted it. It's nearly finished. I knitted it for my partner. I'll show it to you. The texture is just, it's very, very, very beautiful. I don't know if you can see. There is like butter. So my partner has been following my knitting journey. Uh, Last week he received 3 huge bags of food for me, and I think he even paid for custom because I forgot that I would have to pay for custom. He paid for it, so I think he's very encouraging. So he said, "Yes, you can knit me a sweater." I want something very simple, plain. But of course, I didn't want to knit something very simple and plain for him. I wanted to knit something special. And I watched Amy Palko podcast from Edinburgh. I love it. Um, I lived in Scotland for 3 years. That's where I met my husband or partner. And for me, this is a very, very special place. And it's just so lovely to hear her accent and to see what she needs. And she's got, I think she's got 2 sons. Yes. So it's she gave me the idea to knit the Albion sweater because she knitted it for one of her sons. And I remember that she said that she had to knit it in black. Like, I would never knit in black. Oh yes. What did I use? I have to tell you all about the wool. Of course, it's a knitting podcast. So I use. Oh my! I'm not sure I know how to pronounce that. So it's no. I'm going to say Regia Merino Yak in the color Nachtblau. I think it's German. So this is Nachtblau. Um, and I hold it double with Holst Garm Titicaca. Once again, following Hemi Palko advice because she said in one of her podcasts, if you don't want to use mohair, you can use Holstgarn Titicaca because it's alpaca, it's soft, so it's not itchy, and it's so I don't have the bowl of Holstgarn Titicaca with me, so I have what's left of what I've knitted the 2 yarn together. The Holstgarn Titicaca, it's blue as well, but it's carbon blue altogether. So why am I struggling to knit that sweater? First, because I should have watched Amy Palko podcast before starting my sweater. Because while I was knitting very, very happily on the sweater, I was listening to her and she said, well, I started knitting the front and the back, not realizing that it's not the same pattern. On the front it's like chevron, they go that way, and on the back they are on the other side. That maybe on the camera you can't see that. So I had to unravel like this amount of knitting. I'm not going to say inches or centimeters, this amount of knitting. And for me, it's like maybe 3 weeks of knitting because I'm a very slow knitter. I work full time. I have 2 children. They have a very, very busy social life. And I still have, you know, so I knit at night. Um, and I'm very slow. So for me, it was just I have to undo everything. And then because I thought each time I try a pattern, I need a pattern, I need to learn something new. So I thought, okay, I'm going to learn how to assemble pieces of knitting fabric. And I don't know why I thought it was a good idea because I had I had a sweater in pieces for 20 years. So why did I think that I could do it this time? Maybe because I felt very powerful. Maybe I thought that maybe because I need all of those now I know how to do it. I'm getting better, but I'm struggling with the sleeves. I mean, can you see? I I I don't want to mess it. I don't want to, to because it's knitted. It's beautiful. The yarn is beautiful. The two colors are perfect. He tried it. I tried it and it's too small. And he really likes it. So I mean, I watch on YouTube how to shoot so sew. I have to watch. I have to look in dictionary this verb because I have to use it 3 or 4 times and I'm not sure I'm saying it right. So I'm going to say I have to assemble the shoulder, and I think it's not bad. I mean, um, I use I use pink yarn because I thought, okay, I need to see what I do. So I used a different color of yarn, and I thought, okay, I'll just try it. If I if I can see the pink yarn through, I will rip it back and do it again. But I mean, I tried like 6 times, and at the end, it really helped me to see the yarn. So, and I think it's not bad. And I picked up the stitches to do the neckband. Um, this was okay too. I'm going to put the yarn. This was okay too. So now the only thing I have left is to um, assemble the sleeve, and it's not fitting. So I undid one sleeve and knitted it again. But I mean, it's all my fault. I don't know why. I don't know why I did like beginner mistakes. I didn't write down anything about this sweater. I went on holiday with the sleeves and I didn't write anything down. So I ended up with my sleeve being too big and too wide, and it's not fitting. So I unraveled one sleeve, knitted it again, and assembled it again. But and it's I'm okay with it being a bit. It's not assembled here. A bit messy, but I have a big hole. Mm. Um, so I'm going to try and try again and try again until I manage to finish the sweater. Um, it's quite big, and I don't know why he tried it and looked fine, and then when he rose his hands, I could see his belly button. So it's not easy to knit for somebody else. Um, when I knit for my children, I can get away with it because I knit bigger size and that it just fit them. But for my partner, it's a lot of knitting, and I didn't want to bother him to make him try and try and try and try again. So I used one of his older sweater, and he was supposed to fit him. So I don't know why it's not long enough. Um, so I think what I will do is to block it aggressively, to lengthen it, and then maybe to block it on the armhole to try to get a bit more centimeters and see if uh, the sleeves fit. If they don't, I will read them back again and try again because I'm not going to give up. This sweater is beautiful and it's done. So I just have to try again. So you can see why my knitting is it's a bit of a struggle right now with my whip number one and number two, but it's okay. It's not such a big deal. So I'm going to finish this podcast with one last thing. I want to talk about what I would like to knit. Oh, light. What I would like to knit next. So I realized going through my youngest daughter knits what I knit for her that everything I knit for her is pink. I I've got more to show. I'll show in some other podcast that every single thing I've knitted for her is pink. So I just okay, I have to knit something else. So I fell in love with the pattern. Where is my phone? I fell in love with the pattern when I saw the pattern, when I saw the picture. I saw my daughter and I thought, okay, so it's for her. It's her. My youngest daughter, she's very neat worthy. I mean, she sleeps with the shawl. So I mean, I'm sure that she will wear it. Um, so look, just 1 second. Okay, I have to just. I don't want to say it wrong. I'm going to show you. So this is Poppy Kids cardigan from Fox and Folk. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so it's a challenge. It's color work. Uh, um, so you have to knit color work and then you have to stick it. And I thought, I want to try that. I want to try to stick a sweater into a cardigan, but I don't want to do it on an adult size sweater because if I mess it, I'm just going to cry. So my daughter, she is 9 years old, so it's not so much wool. And you'll see that I'm using wool that is just, I think it's just perfect for sticking. I'll show it to you right away. So I'm trying my best not to swatch, not to start it, because I want to find a solution for my partner's sweater, and I want to finish my daughter's leg warmer, but it's like itching me, no? I want to start it. So I have the wool with me. I'll show it to you. And I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try to be good and not to do it because I've got three work in progress, and for me it's too much. I can't. I know some of the knitters around on internet, they have like 6, 7. I can't do it. When I come back from home and I sit down to knit, I don't want to think about what I should knit and where and why. And no, I need something very straightforward. So those are the color. I mean, you see, it's very close to the. I think I missed one. Yes, it's very close to the color of the pattern. I just love the color, and she's a she's a brunette with a tan skin, so she can wear any color. She'll be very beautiful. So it's my daughter. I mean, it's Brusca. It's Portuguese, so maybe it's said Brusca. It's from Red. I'm going to say it with a French accent. I mean, it's a Portuguese brand and I'm French, so I don't know why I should say it with an English accent. So I'm just going to say it in French. It's Rosa Pomar Brusca. This color is, I know it's numbers, so it's 6C, beautiful brown. I think Inga would love it. 5A, like ochre. This one is green. 10C. And for the main color, um, this is B. Okay, so this is in my. I don't have fancy knitting bags. I just have like tote bags, and because I work in a university, every time there is a conference or an event, there is like tote bags. So I've got lots of tote bags with university names on the conference name, and I'm fine with it. I use them all. Um, so this is my next plan. I've got lots of plan and lots of wool, but I think that for today this is already great. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed listening to me. I'm sorry if my French accent is difficult to listen to. I know I've made mistakes, but I really want to do it in English because I listen to podcasters from all over the world and I love it. Some of them are not English speaker as a first language, and I think it's fine. And I just love to see what they need and where they live. And I hope that you will be the same listening to me. So I thank you again. I'll see you very soon and happy knitting. Bye.